Everyone needs to know who James Kofi Annan is. When James was just 6 years old, he was trafficked and sold into slavery on Lake Volta in Ghana for less than $100. His parents were tricked and he was taken away, where he was beaten, starved, and forced to fish 14 to 15 hours a day on this massive lake. When he was 14, he escaped. He escaped in the trunk of a car at a funeral and made his way back to his hometown. James had never been to school before. He'd never sat in a classroom. He didn't even know how to write his own name. But he realized that education was the only way to change his circumstances. So to put himself through school, he would fish and farm on the weekend. He was the first person in his entire family to ever graduate from elementary school, then he went on to high school, and then he actually went on to university. After graduation, he got a job at Barclays Bank, but he was tormented knowing that there were kids still back on the lake suffering. So he bought a boat and returned to the lake with other survivors to start running rescue missions to bring these children to safety. But he didn't stop there. He knew that these kids needed more, so he built a recovery center where children are taken after they're rescued, where they get medical care, counseling, and therapy for PTSD, and they're enrolled in school. Most of these kids, just like James, have never been to school before. So for rescued teens, he built vocational schools with programs like sewing, beauty, welding, electrical. The man is an absolute legend. He's spoken at the UN about human trafficking. He's met past US presidents. He's even been honored by the Princess of Sweden for his humanitarian work. He's literally saved thousands of lives from trafficking and slavery in Ghana. A lot of these kids are now adults who are business owners, teachers, therapists. Some kids even work back alongside James in the program that rescued them years earlier. Even though this work is incredibly dangerous, James will not quit. He's an amazing human and everyone needs to know about him.